What's up, guys? My name is Dusty Dog Devin. I'm making this video, let you know who I am and where I've been, because it's been like hell. The last 2 years have been the most fucking stressful years of my life, by far, ever since I wrote this fucking Trump song that thought was gonna go viral. It didn't go viral in the election, and like nothing happened. And then everyone was like, "Whoa, it's time to quit. It's time to give up, your dream." And and like I wrote another album. I wrote a couple albums after that election, and I had a chance to record some, and I recorded a double album, and I went right up to the day work starts. And I work every year. I work the almond and walnut harvest out here in Central California. I'm a driver, and it's like fucking crazy. It goes like 10, 12-hour days, 6 days a week. Like I leave at like 7 and I get back home at like 8:30 at night. And that's how it is until it's done, and it just drops off a cliff. And then I go on unemployment, and I get to write songs, and I have no fucking money, and I can't leave, and I can't go anywhere, and I'm just fucking stressed out, and I have fucking like nothing that I need. I don't have money to like go hang out or do stuff or whatever, and just have a good time. I'm like totally have barely enough, and I can't leave or go anywhere. I can't, to eat. I don't have any money, and so I'm stuck here. And I wrote a bunch of albums, a bunch of songs. I have to get them all out. I have to like write them myself, and then I record them myself, and then play all the different parts myself, and come up with that, and arrange it, and compose it, and then mix it. And I have to mix everything, and then master it, and distribute it, and promote it, and get it all done all by myself with no budget, while all my neighbors just because they all hear me, and like no one even knows my name. No one will speak to me. I live in a very low income place. There's like so many fucking neighbors. It's crazy, and everybody talks about me. I'm the only one by myself because Lord knows God didn't make a Mexican by themselves. They all come in multiples. They all have friends. You talk to one, there's like 100 behind them you don't see, invisible. I'm the only one by myself, so they always point their fingers at me, and like I live in the middle of them, and everybody gives shit, and like nobody fucking even knows my name or will even talk to me, but they all talk about me. Like I can hear people talk about me in my kitchen, like literally every day. Last night they're like, "There he is, he's just sitting there eating dinner, recording," and it's like, well, should I levitate and eat dinner? Do I have to like float and eat? Like most people sit and eat dinner, and they get to do it peacefully. I have a studio, and I could hear them talk about me in the studio while I'm doing songs. So I have to record these songs. I have pinched nerves on my back, and I have to play, and it's like all grinding. It's like, that fucking hurts, and I got to play it steady anyways. Don't matter, because I can't get health care until after the album comes out and stuff, and then hopefully I'll have money to fucking get health care. But I've never had even $400 for a fucking emergency, not since I graduated college in the winter of 2011. Like, it has been fucking rough. Life, it's been like the longest night of my life, and I just want to wake up so fucking bad. And like today was apparently 2 years ago, Trump was assassinating Butler. So at the time I was writing this book because I had this back injury that was super bad, that like went undiagnosed as a child. Apparently I had my back broke twice as a child, and I have no memory of it, which is what they told me. That's what happened. It's like totally blocked out. Things came back during COVID. I remembered, I had a bunch of memories kind of come back, but otherwise it's like it's just a big black spot, like a black hole I'm running from, but apparently my back was broken in 2 spots for 25 years before even getting diagnosed, and it broke such a young age that it healed wrong, and no one believed me. Everyone said, "You're young, you're lazy, you're stupid, you're fine, walk it off. You don't know what you're talking about." And I'm like, "It hurts." You're just, complainer. So then it healed backwards, and then I started to grow. So now I have like I don't know, like a kind of scoliosis of the spine or something, and I have all this kind of weird shit goes on, and my bones are all popping and grinding bone on bone, and I had given up the dream that I'd ever be able to play music, and I put it all into this book that I had been working on for a long time, and I've worked on it for more than 10 years. I think it's the greatest book of our generation. It's the greatest book of poetry of our generation, and it's going to come out soon. It's called Falling Apart Together by Dusty Dog Devin, and it's gonna blow people's fucking minds. And it's come completely full circle because I started writing it because I could no longer play guitar. I had no feeling in my fingers, and now it's gonna be like the world's first book that can be sung and played entirely on guitar. And it's like big. I don't even know. It's like 182 pages or something. It's like Psalms or something in the Bible. Just the whole fucking thing. You can sing the whole thing, and I'm gonna sing it and then give it an audiobook. And it's like the biggest project in the world. It's gonna be like an album that's like 10 hours long or something. I have no idea. It's freaking wild. But I had given up that I'd be able to play, even though I was writing all these songs and everything, and I'd write them after work or whatever. So I wrote all these songs that are meant to be on the radio that I'd never get on the radio because it's up to me to do everything. And it's like, well, I actually fucking need someone on my side, and I need a budget, and I'd like a place to be that I don't have to live and work at home, because all the neighbors just fucking talk to me about me and drive me fucking nuts. And everybody's here because like Mexican women are home with their kids during the day, and they talk about me, and then the kids come home from school, and then they talk about me, and then the husband comes home, and then they talk about me, and then they go in the backyard at night, and then they hear me and they talk about me. And it's like I have zero peace of mind and zero privacy in my house. Like zero. I can hear them in every room in my house. I live in a one house that's been converted into 4 units. Gavin Newsom legalized that in California. And it's hell. There's a whole people that live in the attic. The attic has converted into a studio, and then the house next door I think used to be a detached garage, and now it's converted into 3 units. And so there's like 7 units on basically one property, and then all the others, so many other neighbors too. And it's like everybody talks, and I can't stop them talking, but like I can't even get peace of mind. Like I have to imagine that they're not there, and I do good for a little bit until like they go, oh, that sounds really good. It was about like use the second verse or something. I'm like, what? And it messes me up every time. There's not even one time. Seriously, every single time, because I'm like, who's talking about me? You're not here. And I have to block them out of my mind, and then it just comes and it kind of invades. And it's like if I just had a fucking peaceful evening. And I guess I need a lot more than one. I need to know. I need to have it in the memory banks that it is peaceful. It's going to be peaceful, and I can fucking take charge of it. But I know it's not going to be. They're going to be so I have that in the memory banks. And music is all about muscle memories. My muscle memory is shot. It's shot to shit. Everybody blames me. That's my fault, man. No matter what I do, like I can't get out of this spot. Like I can't practice without hearing about it. And if I do good, if I do good, people are like, he's not even any good. He's lost it. If I do good, they're like, what is he even doing here? You could be anywhere in the world. What are you even doing here? Well, like here is anywhere, right? It certainly counts as anywhere to me. Like I'm fucking in hell. If I could go anywhere else, I fucking would, man. But it is fucking difficult. Like I don't have the proper work environment, which means I don't have a home environment, and I have to live and work from home with no budget all by myself. And I just found out the other day. Like Eminem. All right, he comes in. Dr. Dre signed him. So like, Dr. Dre is this huge guy who believes in him. He is that, And then Dr. Dre comes in, and Dr. Dre hires all these badass musicians who like went to Juilliard and spent their life, playing bass and whatever, or playing piano and whatever. And Dr. Dre hires all these musicians, and then he splits the musical credits with them. They play all the music, and he just says, yes, no, do that, no, do that, switch it, Dr. Dre makes all of the decisions. And they play, and he's like, try something else. Like, you have someone to fucking, and they get paid, they split the music credit. And it's like, you have someone to make all the musical decisions, and you have other guys to play. Like, I come up with like 8-9 different ways before it comes into like the way that it's supposed to be, because I don't know. and it takes a long time, and I have to play it and figure out some part and then play it back and listen to it and be like, well, I don't know. And oftentimes you get the song done and I come back like a week later and it's like, I don't like that at all. And it's difficult to make all the decisions, and then I have to decide how everything should sound and make all the decisions with that. And I'm not a producer. I don't have all the tools. I had to study producing. I did this album, I call it the Lost Album now, the Appeal to Heaven. I mixed and mastered it 4 different times because the first time I did it all. And I was so pumped, and I thought it was going to change everything, and like I was going to get to be free, and I'd worked so hard on it. And this was after Trump was assassinated in Butler, Pennsylvania. I stopped working on the book and just went straight on in the music, like full steam, and I was not prepared for it. And so I did this whole album, and you could hear it on my studio monitors, and I get it off the monitors, and I start giving it to friends. And at this time, I was already back to working full time, which I work like super crazy hours, like seasonally, with the walnut and almond harvest. I'm not sure if I said that in this video or the last one that got deleted, but I'm out here in Central California, and I'm a driver, and it's just pure pandemonium for like 3 or 4 months, and then work stops, and then I have free time again, but like no fucking, and my back's all beat up and shot to shit, and I don't have money to go get a massage. Like I don't have even after working, like I don't ever have any money. So this was before the election. I had mixed everything, and I was getting it to my friends, and I thought everything would be cool, and they're like, oh, I can't hear the vocals. Like, oh no. And I don't have time to figure out after work when I come home exhausted from driving, like why you can't hear the vocals. I don't know. You can hear them on my system, but when you play it on your phone, if I send the song to you and you play it on your phone, you can't hear the vocals. Like, I don't know why. I wrote the songs. I sang it. I played every part. I don't know why you can't hear it on a phone. It sounds good in my studio. You can play. Let's do it in here. That you can hear the vocals, and then you get on the phone, you can't hear the vocals. So then I had to remix the entire album after work, and I'd do it after work, and I was so stressed out because it's so hard to hear that stuff, to hear the subtle differences when you're mixing. There's like 1 million knobs, of those million knobs, you decide to only turn and adjust like 1,000. And of those 1,000 knobs, you can go left or right, and up or down the number spectrum. And it has a number dial, and you gotta listen. And who knows? Because it's like you can take a muddy mix and make it clear. You can take a clear mix and make it muddy. Like you can destroy it just as easy as you make it better. Like a lot easier, actually. And you have to do it right because everybody's used to hearing music now at this level. And if it's not the level, then it doesn't sound good. So then I had to put like all these effects on it so you can hear the vocals. And I had to remix everything and remaster everything, and you can hear the vocals. And then I go pass it out to my friends, and they're like, it doesn't sound like you. Which is true. It didn't sound like me at all. It's like this compressed, computer thing voice. It did not sound like me at all. And everybody said, that doesn't sound like you. And I was like, I know, but you can hear it. You can hear it. That's an improvement, And then I had to do it again with, try so you could understand, so it sounded like me, and that was like not so well. And then I decided to take this master class on producing, and through that and actually learn what you need to do and get the right tools and stuff, and then that was last year going into the summer. I recorded a double album, and rather than stop and record one album and mix it and whatever, I recorded 23 songs up to the point I started working. And then I couldn't work on it the same year after work. There's a train coming. I couldn't work on it after work because it's too stressful. I love, if I'm driving, I call it my harvest season too. I'm taking care of all the other guys, all their almond orchards, everything, so they have all the farmers get their harvest. It's my harvest season too. I'm harvesting songs. I listen to the radio all day, and I drive, and I come home and I write songs, and and it's my harvest season. So I went into that, and then like after work, my back got hurt, and I'm still like in writing mode. I'm writing more songs or whatever, and I started recording another album. Forgot the other one. It's called Inverted World. It never got mixed and mastered, didn't get out. Like, it shouldn't be my responsibility to get everything out. It's too fucking much to like take care of my household with no budget and take care of every part and play every part and write the songs. And now I mix and promote and do everything by myself with no one to support me, no one even an encouraging word. I don't even get an encouraging word. I talk to my dad on the phone, he tells me just quit. It's time to grow up anyways. You should have done that 10 years ago. I've been telling you your whole life, which is true. My dad is my whole life, anything but music. And you'd think it had changed by now. He's heard all his songs. But he's not interested and doesn't like them and doesn't think I should do it and is always telling me to quit. And on Father's Day, we talked and he told me to give up and quit like 10 to 20 times. And it was the first time I didn't take it personal. I realized it's him. It's his brokenness. And he's always been putting it on to me. And I used to hate him, and now it's just like I just feel sad for him. He's not able to dream, So then I recorded another album this year called Demolition Derby, and there was one song that needed to be redone. So it's like in the last 2 years I've recorded 3 albums. One was a double album. No one's even heard it. I got the book done. It's like the manuscript's done. I'm starting it, audio. No one's heard it. I've written other albums too because I've averaged the last few years, like the last 4 or 5 years, like 40 songs a year that don't end up coming out because it's like it's too much for me to do. I want to record it as an album. Like I didn't get the idea you should put everyone online, kind of like Jesse Wells does. Like everybody always told me don't because they're gonna steal it. So I had been just like writing these songs and saving them for like the day I can get to Nashville. But I've never been able to get the money to go to Nashville, no matter what I do, or how many jobs I have, or whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, you think that there's hope? Like, no. Even when, I had written all these for a period. I was writing all these Christian songs, and I went and my grandfather passed away in 2022, and I went and worked for my parents for a couple of months, moving the whole house and everything so they get ready to sell it. All I wanted was a chance to be able to stay there and record in the house when it was empty and everybody moved, and it was like 60 days in escrow. It would have been plenty easy. It was already sold. Just, let me go in there and record. They wouldn't let me because my dad thinks I'm dirty and I would ruin the house and no one would buy it and they'd find out and whatever. And they sold the house, this beautiful house. My grandpa was an architect and he designed it. It was a beautiful house. I always wanted to record there, and they sold it, and it was always my dream, and and to record there. And I've written all these Christian songs, and my dad wouldn't pay me any money because they wouldn't let me record there. So I'm like, fine, well, you pay me money for all the moving that I've done, and then I'm just gonna take that money and go to a recording studio and record these songs. And they're like, oh, well, we can't have that. So he wouldn't pay me back. So they ended up buying me truck driving school, paying for truck driving school. It was $5,500, and it's like, just give me $5,500, But no, so now I do truck driving, which is not my dream, and it's pretty cool, but it also like tears up your back. I have a back injury, and it's like every year, and it takes me like months to recover, and it's just difficult, and it has to, like, my dreams have to all break. Everything has to die. So I go do that, and everybody assumes I'm a shitty musician at trying to go, well, I wouldn't be there, and it's just all in all, it's just too much to do myself, and like without encouragement or fellowship or friendship from people, or just sort of being hated on by the neighbors who just like fucking always have something mean to say because I'm not like traveling the world, and like kicking ass. It's like, well, no, that would take love and friendship and fellowship and money and a band and people who fucking love you. You're not just fighting with fucking everybody, just me against the fucking world, and the fucking world hasn't won yet. There's just motherfuckers. I haven't lost, but they haven't won. We're just at a stalemate, and I don't like the fucking world. They don't like me. I'm the guy that owes the entire goddamn world a black eye for being born with a broken back. No one fucking told me until I was 30. I've been through, like, I've been living in poverty, like, my whole fucking life. My parents hate me for being poor. Christmas is, like, always the worst because my dad rags on me so much for being poor. And it's like, oh, I'm sorry, why don't you help me and support my music, and then I could be rich. No, that's not real. Music's not real. You need to grow up. There's no winning, I grew up with a twin brother who just beat me up for sport, and he was like 60 pounds bigger than me. He just beat me up every day till junior high, and decided like I wasn't big enough challenge. Started lifting weights. Like I don't know where the hope is for people, I don't know where mine is. Like, I've written so many songs and I'm like, I'm losing all my hope that I'll ever get out of this, It's the longest night of my life. I just want to wake up. I can't, this dream, was a dream maybe, or a chance to make a dream come true, and it just turns into a nightmare. It's just a nightmare now. Like, I can't get out of it. I'm just a rat in a cage in the little wheel spinning, and no matter how fast I run, it doesn't matter. You are a rat in a cage on a wheel. And then everybody's like, wow, he really runs fast. And all the neighbors go, oh, he works so hard, unbelievable. I hear unbelievable when I'm doing my music and stuff. I hear unbelievable 87 times daily, or I don't eat dinner. I count them. As a rule, I usually hear unbelievable 113 times to 139 times. But if I don't hear it 87 times, I don't even feel comfortable anymore. It is unbelievable to be stuck here, doing it at such a level, and no one knows who I am. And it just fucking sucks so fucking much. So I'm gonna start getting all this stuff that I recorded and getting it out there, so everybody can see it and take part in it and share it, and so I don't have to be trapped in hell all alone and just listen to like 100 people talk about me, and not one of them will talk to me. They all keep me at a distance, like because I'm like a genius, the greatest in the world. They call me the greatest in the world, which just infuriates me. And it's like, if I was, I would have people, I would have a record deal. I would have, you would come talk to me. You wouldn't just hate me and say that over the fence as a way to like, what's he even doing here? He's the greatest in the world. It's always to put me down. It's always like an insult, a compliment insult thing. And I'm just like, if I could just go Tonya Harding style on it once, dude. Oh my god. So I just write songs about them, like shitbirds and stuff like that, I wrote the songs on my new album my mom heard, and she's like, I have to go to see a therapist now. I'm like, no, I just need to not live here and not have a messed up, injured back and body, and I need to be able to feel my fingertips so I can play music. I don't need to talk to the counseling therapy doesn't help me. No, it's like I have to. It's like mandated now. Like, okay, this sucks. Why don't you just listen to me, what I need, instead of impose what you think I need, But I'm gonna start, music out because I have to get out of hell, and I've been trapped here for so long. I used to think this place was purgatory, but now I think like purgatory is hell. Even if it is hard to tell, it could be purgatory, but purgatory becomes hell because at some point you realize it is not heaven. It is not heaven, and you're not even gonna get to heaven. You're fucking stuck in purgatory. It's not even you. There is no fucking heaven. You can't fucking get out of purgatory. At some point in time, there's some sort of time, relationship thing, but time doesn't exist. I wrote all these songs. I don't have the clocks on my own. There's no time. Time is artificial. It's a measurement of the now. So what is that? Time is just a ruler of now. Now exists. I don't know that time exists. Pretty soon we'll have time travel, and they'll be like, oh, because all time is present, instant, past, present, future is all present at one point. It's all time has been present and always will be present. So if it's always the present, couldn't you travel between the present, from one present to another present? It's all present. To God, it's all present. So I don't know. Time is a thing that we use to relate to our time on Earth, because it's just a measurement of the now. But anyways, you're in purgatory for long enough, and you realize there is no going to heaven, and there's no God here. Like, it becomes hell. There's no getting out of purgatory. and you're not happy there. You don't get the sense that you're in heaven. You don't get that. So it definitely becomes hell. Especially if there's no getting out. If you knew you were getting out, maybe that'd be one thing. If you know that you're going to be there forever, no matter what you do, then it's just another time. It's like a more comfortable prison. Like the nice ones with tennis courts or something, but it's still a prison. So I live in a prison or a cage. It's either a zoo or a prison. And everybody treats me like a zoo animal, and they just talk about me, and kind of watch me over the fence and talk about me, and the neighbors hearing me. It's almost like a radio show. They get a radio show from me, but then that just, like, I have all the windows closed so I can maybe get some peace of mind. They're sitting by the windows. They have all the windows open. They're sitting by the windows, like, listening, discussing me the whole time. It's so infuriating, man. Because I live where I always feel watched. No matter what I do, I am watched all the time. It's real. I'm always, and so that feeling you have, like when you're always being watched, like I live with that. I live with it. It can't go away. There's nowhere to go. So that fucks you up after a while. That really fucks you up, man. You need privacy. Human beings need privacy. They need at least a place to go. Maybe you could at least just go in your closet and be alone. I don't have a closet to crawl into. So I'm still here doing all these ideas. Actually, look at that on my right pinky finger. Usually the fingers bend. See right now, like those two. Usually they bend this way, like that, and there's no feeling. Like this one, it gets cut off right there, it gets cut off right there, it gets cut off right there. I'm trying to play the feeling. It's pinched nerves, so I have to push everything open, and they're starting to open, but things can just like flip real quick, and they have to open the other way, and that goes through, is pinching my hip right here, my left hip, like, and then it goes through to my feet. I lose connection in my feet. I don't have connection in my feet. I can't get a doctor. If I ever make any money on music, the first thing I'm doing is getting a doctor. All the neighbors are like, oh, what am I going to buy gold change? Like, all they think, they just, like, it's so annoying, dude. It's so annoying. They think, the only route is up. And it's like, it is not linear up. Nothing is up, It is just sideways and bullshit, no matter what you fucking do. And, like, none of them have been alone. I don't think any one of them could survive alone, as long as I've been alone. Who would they have to talk to and complain about? When they complain, who would they have to complain about? They just have to complain to the wall. This would break their hearts. I just want to let you know there's going to be a lot of music coming out, some books by Dusty Dog Devin. It's going to blow your mind. It's unbelievable. That's all my neighbors say. But, it's really difficult to do it at the level that I'm capable of doing at, because it's like always being slapped with leaves. I'm running full speed, and like, it hit me with leaves in the face. It's like, You know, I do a bunch of takes. You know, like I'll come outside in between takes to get a breath of fresh air or something, and they're like, "What's he even doing here?" Like, it's not like someone's in the studio being like, "Yeah, that was good. Now do it again. If you could do this a little better or do that," you know, like I have to figure that all out. You know, while like being hated on by everybody for not being somewhere else to do it. As if, you know, that just happens. You know, like I just do that. I could just conjure that. You know, let me just snap my fingers and click my heels 3 times, and I'll just be in Nashville, just boom, with people and support and everything, just make it all happen. I know Post Malone doesn't have to do all this shit. Hell, no one else has to do everything, and everything is too fucking much to think about. It's paralyzing. It's not like, you know, and then they talk about how rich I'll be. Like, well, 100% of 0 is 0, dude. I would gladly take like 15% of a fucking million than 100% of 0. They're like, oh, and I got to split that with my family now. Like, oh, that would be okay. You know, I'm like the lead horse to pull this stagecoach, and we all make money. Like, that would be okay. You know, I'd be okay with making 15%. You know, way better than making 100% of nothing. So, you know, I'm getting a point. I'm just getting infuriated with all the people talking about. Like, I'm just like so fucking over it. I was over it years ago, dude, and it's never fucking stopped. And it just move people cycling out, and I'm like the new thing that they discover, and I think new thing, and it's like I've been doing this the whole time, man. I've been doing this the whole time here by myself, and you just get in my way. And without love, or fellowship, or community, or support, or someone to work on it with me, or like, you know, a teammate, or a player, or someone to believe in me and like take on some costs, or without being able to like go to a studio and do it, you know. So it's like I could have like home life and work life, you know, to have to live and work at home and do all this stuff and perform in this place where I feel hated and not, you know, cared for. You know, I'm just like left alone. I'm like everybody's entertainment, but no one will even talk to me. They don't even know my name. If they do, they've just overheard it. They've never introduced themselves. And like, but you know, it's like their evening entertainment to like just talk about me over the fence. And I don't even know where it all comes from. There's just so many people. It's like I'm just like this little island, and the waves come from every direction. And you think you can handle the waves on the beach, man, because they come from one direction. As soon as waves start coming from behind you, they knock you down. As soon as waves start coming from the side, you're like, you pay attention to the waves coming front and behind. Now you're like always looking, and then a wave comes from the side, wipes you out, you know. So now you're like looking to the side, you know, well, a wave will come from the other side. Pretty soon, you know, if you're a little island, you're looking at the waves surrounded 4 sides, it just wipes you out. You can't be that ever present to watch the waves and like do your thing. That requires looking one way and going forward, you know. I'm just looking forward and going forward. And if all the waves just come from sideways and from behind and knock you down, like you can be prepared from the waves coming from behind, from front. And it just becomes too much, man. It just becomes too much. And no matter what I do, like, I can't put up that 800 pounds. And that's what it takes. But by myself, like, I'm clearing like 750 right now by myself. It's just like, with no support and anything is foolish. I shouldn't be putting up that much weight. And I also will never make 800. That's how it feels. But I'm really trying and doing everything I can. You know, close enough that I could make it, but I don't think so. And I don't have any like good memories or experience or whatever to go off of. It's just like, no, I'm gonna work as hard as I fucking can. I'm gonna try and kill myself with hard work, and it won't be enough. Because you can't get out there. I'm reminded all the time, there is no getting out of hell. Like, oh, I'm gonna be the one to get out of hell. Nobody gets out of hell And it's like where I live has become hell, and now there's no getting out. There's no fucking getting out. Because it's hell. It's obvious. That's how it was built. And if you get in there, the idea is not to ever get in there. But you get trapped. There are various things. I heard that sin and death guard the doorway to hell. Your own sins imprison you. Death comes for you. And so you know you're in hell. God seems far away. You go to church and it's like it's hard to believe. Like I've believed all this stuff for so long, and it's like it doesn't change my life. Hasn't changed anything. Haven't met someone or just had some, this thing happen the way I thought it was. I've had all these different plans. It doesn't work out. When you make a plan, God laughs in your face. I've worked so freaking hard on this stuff, and I could work so much harder if I didn't have people like talking about me every night and that I can hear in the studio. Like I have to play. I put earplugs in so I can practice without hearing them. I still can hear them through the earplugs. So like I can't. Like I just need a practice room where I can practice without hearing it, dude, for a little while to let the muscle memory relax. Right now it's like so stressed out. But that's life. That's life, If you can't afford $400 mercy, that is life. That's how it's always been. That's how it'll always be until I get out. And I don't know if that's possible anymore. Even with all I've done. It should be, but like I don't believe it. It's kind of like being a father, I think. Fathers know when the baby's born, then they're like, I'm a father. The woman feels like a mother when she's pregnant. Like everybody kind of sees me pregnant, with these songs. But I don't believe it. It hasn't changed shit yet. Nothing has fucking changed at all. I don't believe it. Like, I always thought that there is no escaping this place. Everybody else looks at me like, what are you even doing here? You shouldn't. And I'm like, but I don't believe I can get out. Like, it's never required like comfort. You have to play and sing with comfort and lack of stress, and competence, and not just be insulted and like kind of hamstringed constantly, and questioned and judged and doubted, like the whole way. It's been like that the whole time. It's like I'm dying of like 1,000 paper cuts and 1,000 mosquitoes, like a swarm of mosquitoes and 1,000 paper cuts. It's like you'd think you could overcome that, but it's like mosquitoes bring disease, and I can't figure out who's doing the paper cuts, and like it hurts, and like I don't know. And they're always like running by doing paper cuts, and then the mosquitoes come, and like I'm stuck. I don't have good health, and I'm all by myself, and like maybe I just don't have the energy to do it all, like or whatever. Well, everybody just surrounded by swarms of mosquitoes, and it's like you dream of like a beach with white sand and stuff, and it's like it doesn't exist in the swamp, dude. You have to like lug everything out through the mud, and it's like I'm at the point like I know that there's no getting through the mud and the swamp and the mosquitoes and the disease and the paper cuts. I don't even know the paper cuts is all anonymous. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't think that I make it anymore. So that's where I'm at. At the same time, I'm about to release a shitload of stuff, and it's always darkest before the light, so I have to be comforted by that. But a lot of it's, I'll finish everything as like little things that have to be finished, and then they come out, and that's just how it is with all of it. So Well, she goes, no, I love you, and I'm trying to get there, but I'm stuck in a place where I don't want to be, where I've always been. I've always been in a place where I don't want to be. When people don't believe in me, or alone. I thought being alone, I'd get away from all that, but it brought it all with me. They just don't help pay any bills, or give me any support, or talk to me like a human being, or, say anything nice, or whatever, but it's all still there. So I don't even know how to, like, if I lived, I just live on my own, but I'm not alone. That's, no way, dude. You cannot say that. Anyways, hope you guys get it, and hopefully I'll be seeing more of you and I get out of hell. But we'll have to find out. I guess we'll find out together, because there is no getting out. That'd be nice, though. That'd be nice. So, alright. See ya. Love you. You just have to believe, huh? You have to be a believing believer. Not just a believer. A believing believer. It's like I've been, that it didn't work. Now I'm just like a believer. It's like, yeah, maybe for you. And it didn't work for me. That's not. That's not accurate, huh? Anyways, you guys take care. Hopefully I see all of you soon. But you never know. See ya.